Hey ho, folks, good evening, and I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to round 11 of our season 6 coverage of the F1 Championship. I am your host, as always, Kapile6, back at it for another lovely round of racing here at IRC. Hope everyone's doing well. Well, we've got a bit of a slow start on our end. Still waiting on our boys to kind of ready up. So while we wait for that to happen, you know, how's everyone doing? How is the scene at your place? I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's getting their vaccination in place, and well, in general, just taking all the necessary precautions to stay safe. That's what we like to see. We don't want anyone in our, especially in our community, to be in harm's way. Um, so let's take things nice and slow. Let's slowly hover over what happened last time around with a lovely little track video montage.
The circuit Jose Carlos Pachi in Interlagos is the setting for round 11. Brazil has a rich history of motorsport heritage with drivers such as Nelson Piquet, Emerson Fittipaldi, Barrichello and Senna, and Interlagos reflects that, with the racing just as historically significant as the drivers. Being commonly found towards the end of the calendar, this power circuit will see the season enter its final stages. Let's see where the action unfolded during Season 5 at Brazil. Turn 1 is a crucial overtaking spot, but can be approached a number of ways due to the closely linked sweeping Senna S. Drivers side by side going through Turn 4 will have to remain cautious of drivers on the outside, but Turn 4 will be the last major overtaking spot almost until the end of Sector 3, so pushing your luck is on the agenda.
Fun stuff about fun and many other folks is getting really elbows out, and I'm I can guarantee you that there's going to be nothing less or no shortage of that action this time around in season 6 as well. I'm not sure who else will be joining me in the commentary box. It looks to me that I'm all alone, but hey, story of my life, alright? Doesn't matter. It's a bright and a lovely Sunday evening here. A lot of sporting action going all around. Yes, it is an actual F1 break, but we've got tennis action with the Roland Garros finale. So as of right now, we just finished up with the first set there. Then we've also got the lovely Euro Cup going on, where England is battling against Croatia. I know none of this really matters in the grand scheme of things for IRC, but hey, I gotta buy some time because our lobby isn't ready yet. Regardless, no, just with everything going on in IRC, we've got so much action with our tier 3 boys really taking up the mantle. I mean, just watching them fighting really hard tonight, it was exceptional stuff, to say the least, because we've got so many budding drivers who really have a good shot, if given the opportunity to come and be competitive in tier 2. I mean, they've taken really to the likes of just sending it out there in those races, because giving it their all. And you know how it is in tier 3, the conditions are absolutely treacherous every single time. This time it was a full wet qualifying session, and now I'm assuming it's also going to be a wet session here tonight as well, because it kind of follows in with the Sunday theme of a rainy day here at IRC. But we'll wait and watch for that to happen. Still early days that I don't want to really show you the behind the scenes action because well, coordinators are taking a sweet time with them. They're also quite enthusiastic of the other real life events going on right now, so they'll probably slowly getting into their duties. So give us a moment. We will definitely jump into the action very soon. So stay tuned for all of that and then some. And well, there's not really much to say, is it? Because with this, we've got like 3 races to go. We are in the business end of the championship, and it's all to play for here. We've got RB Farello really taking the cake with respect to kind of pushing it out there and cementing his lead. I've heard from other people that, let me just bring up the standings real quickly here. I've already gotten the fact that he's almost got 100-point lead, close to. Please never quote me on my math, but he looks to already have the championship sealed down. And congrats to him, really. It has been the most consistent showing throughout the season, and well, many people have been arguing that he should really be there in tier 1, and I definitely agree. I mean, he gave me a run for my money yesterday in the tier 1 race, and I expect absolutely nothing less from him, being the tier 2 world driver championship. So great to see that from him, and looks like our boys have finally readied up. So let's jump right into the action. Alrighty, we've got a lot of cars slowly getting out into the track. Let's see who is where, who's gonna do what. We've got a new boy in the mix here. We've got Shivam Sharda. I'm not gonna pronounce his last name in the likelihood that I probably butchered it, but Shivam878 who's joining in. Oh, we've already got a disqualification. Deepak Raj is already out of here. He did, I think, have a moment somewhere in the middle sector, and well, before you even know it, he's out of here. Oh, F in chat for him, ladies and gentlemen. F in chat for him. So we've got Chicken, who's just started. He's going to be the first runner, just ahead of Faizan. He's on the medium compound tires. Will get a nice slipstream going into the end of sector 1. It's a needle sector. We've got Harry Rocks right in front of him, who's actually not getting out of the way. Oh, that is crazy stuff. I don't think he's actually seeing him. What is happening? That is... I'm kind of speechless there, because that was as if he was completely unaware of what's going on there. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Unfortunate for him. Well, actually, let's go on to our other drivers. We've got RB, our new champion, just flying away right now on his... So I'd like to say first, but it isn't actually his first flying lap of the weekend. He's already done the tier 1 race, and so this is like his second time around. So he's already prepped up, he's already warmed up, he knows this track very well, because he's already been in a league racing situation just yesterday. It should be a great thing to see how he fares. Abi is the first one to cross the line with a valid lap. He has done a 108.4, and RB immediately comes ahead and slaps on his and stamps his authority with a 107.6, and already half a second ahead of the rest. Damn, son. Alright, so looking at it, we've got Tomo, who's back as the tier 2 reserve. That's good to see. He's just finished his first flying lap, but so many drivers all around putting good laps in. We got the Williams boys right in there with great pace. Crazy Joe in P4 and Sid Kulkarni in P5. looks like he's going for another run. Let's see how he does fare the second time around. The strategy, well, I don't know the weather, but I do know that you guys know it because you must have seen it. But having said that, Sid Kulkarni kind of botching his second time around and just grazing the grass as he gets out of the way for the rest of the folks here. Faizan with a 108.0. Where did that pace come from? Fantastic stuff. Oh, having said that, his ex-teammate Rambo quickly fighting back with a fantastic second lap of the 108.0. That's good stuff. So definitely great competition already. And let's see how the Haas boys. Oh, somebody is going into the pits. Aerox is already done with his lap. What about the Mercedes boys? Nirma is the one who's replacing Rand. Rand just call it quits. He says enough is enough. Saturday is a nice day, but Sunday is just not cutting it for me. And he is pulled out from the championship. Really unfortunate to see, but we've got enough people in the roster who will happily take up his seat. And one fine gentleman here is washing powder Nirma, who is on an outer lap right now, but his teammate Cryptid is actually fairly feisty in the championship. He is third right now. Really aggressive man. I mean, he does not take prisoners when he goes ahead come race day. That's kind of his style when it comes to racing. Crude, but hey, it is what it is. But definitely bags home a lot of points for the Mercedes team, and that's how it stands at the moment. Cryptid gonna cross the line now. Pretty much depleted all his ERS, moves up into P6 ahead of Crazy Joe. Fine lap indeed, especially in those medium comfort of tires. Looks like we've got a few disconnections. Hopefully they'll be able to come back into it. But what about his teammate? Well, technically he's a reserve, but taking nothing away from him. Washing border Nirma on his flying lap, doing a fine job of it as well. Just look at that left-hander going up the hill. It's such a scenic thing. You just keep rising and rising. How can you not love Interlagos as a track? It's so lovely. The elevation changes. You start at the top of the hill and you immediately make your way to the bottom and slowly rise throughout the lap. I mean, it is fantastical. So Nirma goes behind his teammate with a 108.7. We've got Shiva, who's unfortunately binned it in the middle sector. And yep, that's two cars completely out of it. We've got, I believe that's Death Hunter, who's been phased out by all of that. Slowly make his way in. But oh, look at that damage. Damn, that Ferrari looks beat up. Chiam is out of the qualifying session because of that collision. I believe, I can't say for sure, but not looking too good for the Ferrari boys. Manish Banger though, in his first flying lap, we've got 10 minutes in the session to go. So far so good. No, not too many issues there. A little bit hesitant on that left-hander, but showing good signs. I mean, this team is a fairly new one with respect to the experienced band as well. And as Manish Maga comes across the line, taking the middle of the track, goes P2. Ooh wee, that is some sweet taste there, I may say so. Good stuff. Sid Kulkarni, second flying lap now. Second stint, first flying lap. So how's he doing? Well, can't really say, but as it stands, he is flying. Doesn't look to be the case that he's improving by too much this time around, and I don't know if he's going to be jumping into the pits, but still early doors. We've got over 9 minutes of the session to go. Definitely looks to be the case that he is improving. Here does he go? P3. The times are tumbling, but RB Ferrello does have just that much more pace. We're still having that 2 tenths gap out on the rest of the field. So great to see that, you know, our championship leader is still happy right there in his lovely little throne. Oh, we got a migrating host issue. Migrating host issue. What does this mean? It should be a lobby restart. No doubt about it. That's what should happen. You've got cars going slow, and what this ends up happening is that, well, Faizan is the host this time around. What ends up happening in the process is the whoever kind of qualifies, they'll lose their positions. None of it will be right. It's gonna be all screwed up. So it should ideally be a lobby restart, but again, we'll have to check with the rest of the folks to see what's going to be the executive decision. But as it stands, Scary Pumpkin on his second attempt, then a 108.1 definitely looks to be that he got a little more pace at his disposal. So let's see how he fares. Very neat line there in the middle sector. No hint of a lockup. Misses the apex, unfortunately. That will definitely not help his cause. But smooth movements all around. Definitely improving on his time this time around. Nice fourth gear exit there. No amount of oversteer. Let's see how he does and actually come across the line. Will he improve? And by how much? Crosses the line to go up P7, 107.7. Now this is really spicing up, ladies and gentlemen. So close to the top. Now, only thing I can tell you is, while all of this happens, we don't know how much more RB's got in the tank. That was his first flying lap of the session, and he's sitting nice and pretty there. Evil Doc. Ooh, wait, with a 107.845 on the medium tires. Where did that come from? Oh man, that is an scintillating lap. Chicken now. He raced yesterday and so did Evil Doc. These guys got a taste for how this track's gonna behave. And Chicken goes out on provisional pole with a 107.466. Man, these guys really stepping up their game after yesterday's stellar performances. Honk, P7, 107 as well. Times are definitely tumbling. So many of our folks very, very close to the tier 1 boys. And that's exactly what we want to see here tonight. To be a second flying lap for Abhi. What about Death Hunter? He's also on a flying lap. I have no idea how many times he's invalidated. But that Ferrari did have a collision earlier with Shivam, and well, let's see how he's performing. His teammate earlier went on to P2 and slowly dropped down to P5. Let's see how Death Hunter is performing. Flying out there, Electripus now joined the session. He will be our 20th member, but as he crosses the line, he goes to P3. Ooh, just 300s below Abi Ferrello, but do keep in mind, track evolution is definitely a thing, and we'll have to wait and see how or when Abi comes out for his next lap. I'll take a quick pause to see what's going on in chat. Just give me a moment there while I just check out if anything has gone wrong in chat. Just want to make sure that everything's well dandy. Yep, looks to be the case. It's all good. So jumping right back into it. I do apologize, I do not have a reference here, so I just want to make sure that it's all good. Oh, okay, this is something that I'm just noticing now. We've got a full dry session for the first time in Tier 2. We got nobody here, no weather conditions, not even a hint of a cloud this time. So enough is enough. We need to have our way with it, and we need a freaking dry session. And finally, the doors, the heavens have sealed down and say, you know what, son, it's all yours tonight. And I'm sure all the tier 2 boys will be relieved at the very least to have that on their side. Faizan finishing up his flying lap. Not really sure. It looks to be the case that he did invalidate. So he's going the second time around. Let's see how he performs. We got a sector 1, sector 2 offing. I believe that is Thermo and Abhi. Interesting little tussle there. But still a lot of action going on in the front. Cryptid with the fastest lap at 1:07.461. 5 milliseconds faster. But that is a fantastic lap. But the only thing that I'm worried about here is that he's gone ahead and pulled the trigger a little early. So he will not have enough time to fly into the pits. This is kind of the end of his session. But still a fantastic lap nevertheless. Alright, so Faizan's going on the second time around. Will he jump into the pits or will he go for and actually finish off this lap? Let's actually wait and find out, shall we? Oh, Faizan's jumping into the pits. That's a great decision from him. Now let's just quickly jump on board with Abhi. Oh, getting really out of shape there, taking a very wide line into that second straight. We've got a lot of cars coming out. Thermo does not come in the way, thankfully. Abhi missing the apex a little bit, and so sticks it very, very cautiously on the exit, but still on his final flying lap. Let's see how he's doing. Across into the second sector. Very nice curve, lot of lockup there. Definitely looks to be the case that he is not running ABS, which is great to see, but not the best or the cleanest of laps, if I may say so. He will still be as determined as possible. He will have one more lap to do, but whether he wants to push that with his worn out tires is something that we'll have to wait and find out. But he's going to come across the line. Probably be his final running. We'll wait and see if that is the case. Going straight through the middle, can only improve to 12th position. We got Crazy Joe as well, who is not started his lap, interestingly enough. But Electrip, who's scampering to see whether he can actually get a lap in. This is not the ideal situation for him, but let's wait and watch. We got Death Hunter on his final lap as well. Great angle there with the runner right behind him. Believe that would be that would definitely be Thermo. He's already done 2 laps on those tires, but yes, it is time for the final showdown. Cryptid surprisingly is probably not going to make it, but Chicken. Oh, Evil Dog was on pole with a 1:07.263. Where did that come from? We've kind of been putting a back step with my own team. But damn son, that was a great lap. Can he hold it up with the likes of Chicken? Let's wait and find out. He's on his flying lap right now. Pushing and pushing as much as he can. Alright, that's a good first sector there. We've got Evil Dog just eyeing out his competition. He sees everyone moving around. Abhi Farello as well on his final flying lap. Can he do it? Can he actually get better? Evil Dog just in the mix right now. Munish Banger just getting out of the way, just diving for cover from the super fast Formula 1 cars, ripping through the entire Interlagos circuit. How is Chicken doing? Definitely looks to be that he is improving. We're going to cross the line. His final dash to the finish. We've got Sid Kulkarni, who's improved his lap time to a P4 with a 1:07.563. But what about Chicken? He crosses the line, takes P1 with a 1:07.1. What about Abhi Farello? Does he have it enough with it? He did a 1:07.6. Will it be enough to improve to pole? No, it will not. Unfortunately, you'll have to settle for P3 for now with a 1:07.351. Death Hunter now gonna come across the line. It is his second flying lap. Definitely not good on if he actually improves here. Thankfully, does not. He'll have to settle for P6. What a show, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, cars flying through and through. And that is the end of qualifying. Hot stuff from Chicken. I really thought that Evil Duck had it there with that scintillating lamp, but just had a little more in reserve, and that's what you need at the end of the day to take out the victory or pole position in Interlagos. It puts himself in a very nice situation to have top 10 of pretty much everyone's qualified on the softs. I will be interested to see what strategies they come up with. Many people did go on the softs to hard strategy, pitting a little early if they do find an incident. Did have my lovely teammate do to try to extend the entire race on that and kind of failed at the end of it. But as it stands, it should be a very sunny and hot race here at Interlagos. So here's the situation. Shaken on pole, just 1/10 ahead of Evil Doc. Very nicely sitting in front of his championship rival. Albifrello has taken up the championship in P3 though. A strong performance nevertheless. Scripted in P4. Sid Kulkarni in P5. 3/10 away. Death Thunder in P6. So many cars in the 107s. That's fantastic to see. Munish Pankar, the second of the Ferraris. Ferraris having a great and consistent showing when you compare it with the rest. Scary Pumpkin in P9, Rambo P10, Monk P11. So he will be definitely the first one with a option of another tire set. Free tire choice with him. Faizan, Thermo, on the rest of them, many of them. Unfortunately, Shivam and Deepak Raj could not put a lap in. Well, I'll definitely be interested to see how they fare come race day. Okay then, while we wait for our boys to ready up, predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Who's gonna take the top step in the race? It is really spicing up. I have a feeling that Evil Doc, I mean, yes, I am completely biased to my team. Evil Doc has a great chance of actually fighting for the lead. It is DRS central here, as we did see last time around, so I expect nothing less from this group, but definitely more pandemonium just to add to the lovely tier 2 mix. But I'm interested to see, what your predictions are for the race victory. We'll actually have to wait and see as our boys ready up. Alright, looks like they are pretty much getting ready for the action. So let's just jump right into it. It's actually odd to see a full dry race in tier 2, I'm not gonna lie. I was so used to some kind of action. Shivam has readied up, but I guess he's given it enough time. I guess. I'm not sure. There'll still probably be a report against him. Not exactly slam dunk, but it's not a good idea to actually do that. But nevertheless, that kind of forwards us to the Brazilian Grand Prix, the main event for this weekend. Alrighty, let's see how these guys are going to fare in a full dry race for once. I keep saying it over and over again, still something that I cannot get. Oh, Chicken just getting a little bit of auspicious dirt on his tires before the race begins. Let's have a look at the tire data, shall we? I've got, I don't really have anything. Why don't you show me that? There it is. So, Monk, Faizan, Thermo, okay, so the first 4 outside the top 10 starting. Nirma and Crazy just electing to start on the soft tires. Interesting choice. And Deepak Raj, a brave soul, going against the rest of it. He wants to keep it safe, he wants to keep it cool. He's going to be one of the only ones starting on the hard tire. But 36 laps, it's typically a one-stop strategy. Starting on the softs, you go to lap 16. That's your pit window. 15, 16 is the pit window to the medium tires. It is stretching it a little bit, but nevertheless a fast strategy. You want to have good amount of ARS saved for this race. Oh, we've got Sid Kulkarni just maybe an auspicious spin before the race, I don't know, but definitely heat up his tires a little bit more than the rest of them as a result of it. We'll see, he's got kind of come out of it unscathed. But it's finally time to jump into the action. Let's see how our boys do. Oh, what is this? Kerry Pumpkin has been disqualified. He went so far out that he says, hey, back to the track. That was a little unusual there from Kerry Pumpkin, but we will excuse his tomfoolery because it's time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. We've got all sorts of weird noises coming out. There's got to be 5 lights. We've already got a drive through for Scary Pumpkin, but the lights out and away we go. Just like before, we've got a lot of desync. Now we've got a collision with RB Ferrello and a Ferrari of Death Hunter. But as it stands, we've got a lot of cars going side by side and a lot of awkward action on track. But as it stands, Evil Doc firmly behind. Oh, I have no idea what's going on because cars going wide. But RB Ferrello being pushed by Cryptid. Oh, that was a squeeze and a half, but he kind of made it out alive. But as it stands, Kerry Pumpkin, the only guy who's got a drive through. But as of the rest of the action, we've got Abi losing a lot of positions. Doesn't have a lot of damage, but really just got out of position there and swallowed up by the field. Really unfortunate there. But out in the front, Chicken leads from Evil Doc. RB Ferrello not having the best of starts and moving down to position. Scripted as well, not being able to capitalize completely on the situation. Crazy Joe having a fantastic start, has moved up in to P11. Nirma unfortunately making the same kind of motion, but amazing start. We've got RB Ferrello getting really close, using all that DRS side by side into turn 1. Who breaks latest? Little squeeze there, but Death Hunter will have to concede and move down into P4. Yeah, it's P4 for sure. We've got, oh, is that Chicken? Yes, Chicken's just been overtaken by Evil Doc and he takes the lead of the race. Wow, definitely not losing any time there. Thermo having a fantastic start there. Moved up a lot of positions into the top 10. We've got Electrip going side by side. A lot of wheel backing there. Oh, that was close stuff. We've got a lot more action out in front as well. Death Hunter has made a mistake. We've got yellow sector 2s there. Definitely looks to be the case that he's made a mistake somewhere, probably spun out as a result of it, and he's tumbled down the field. Whoa, wee. So much close action there, but and another loss of traction as a result of all of this. Death Hunter not having the best of starts right now. I'll have to just recover a bit. But as it stands, Faizan using a lot of the ERS going into the home start finish straight, getting the move done on Manish Banger and moves up. I'm really not sure which position it is, but lots of action. Will Manish Banger think of diving on the inside? No, he does not. Get squeezed at turn 1 and causing a lot of continuo effect. Nirma again side by side with Electrip, nobody budging an inch, using all of their ERS and then some. Chicken right now struggling a little bit with the likes of RB Ferrello. Evil Doc is just sent it and he's flying right now. Amazing action. But in the midfield, things are slowly settling down. We've got a lot of lag spike there. I don't really think these two guys are in sync with that lovely bit of action. But now it has done a no-U on Electrip as a result of the desync. We've got that situation coming back into the picture and Electric losing. Oh, we've got side-by-side action going into the final sector. Thermo. Oh, and we've got Faizan as well, just taking out a bollard or some plastic in as a result of it. But Thermo going side by side. Oh, they've got action there. Monish Banger's not in yielding an inch. Faizan did have the track position. You saw him in the mirror, but as a result of it, Faizan has been destroyed out of the race, and that is a real shame. Safety car has come out. We've got 7 cars going into the pits for a change. We've got Harry Rocks, unfortunately, who's been caught out as a result of it. Stopped on track as well. He was got just flying through the entire section. Already got a drive through. We'll have to serve that. So that's kind of really bad for his chances right now. But a lot of people getting caught out. Oh, look at that. He's got no wing. Gotta be kicking himself on that front for that drive through. But he'll have to just change his wings right now. Already on the hard tires. I don't know what tires he's going to go on, but damn, what a start to the race. Biggest gainer so far, it's got to be Deepak Raj. His man has done a fine show. We've got severe collisions all the way around. We've got Scary Pumpkin who's lost it in the safety car situation. What is that's his car? He's gone and binned it. He's out of here. Why would you push so much? I just don't know. But looking at the front, we've got another migrating host issue. I think it was Thermo was the new host, and this lobby is so screwed up. We hadn't had a lobby restart, which was a mandate given. So definitely the coordinators will be under heavy scrutiny for the race. But I do want to actually check something. While we've got the situation going on, I do want to have a look at the race director and see what are the various. We've got jump start, we got exceeding track limits, got all sorts of lovely stuff. Terminal damage for Thermo and Scary Pumpkin. Whew, okay. And we've got a lot of gentlemen drivers who've already pitted for a new wing and new set of tires. Now what I want to check right now, and I'm just checking with the grid here, looks to be the case that Sid is fine, Crazy Joe, I'm not really sure, Deepak Raj is fine, Monk, Akash, Abhi, Shivam, I'm not too sure about Harry, but I guess this was a rare example where the lobby glitching out didn't really result in the loss of positions for anyone. I'll have to double check. I've just got it on stream for everyone's reference here. The starting position. But damn, what a start to the session. We've got a very interesting. Oh, Abhi Farrell out of the race. What is this? Where is he? He's died in the pits. Oh no! Oh boy, what has he done? The championship leader, who was the host, has just left the session. This lobby has had 3 hosts who've left the session because of unknown reasons, and I guess as from the invite sent to me that it's going to be a race restart. Oh man, that's a lot of action. Gotta be restarted, and I'm going to do it all over again. Hello there. How's it going?
Looks like it's a lobby restart.
Come again?
It's a lobby restart.
Yep, it definitely is. So we'll actually wait for our boys to kind of set themselves up. But damn, there's so much action going on, so much carnage. Mostly after the safety cars. I don't even know how that's possible, but hey Nifty, how are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I apologize, I was really late today. I had some work.
No worries, no worries. Okay, so while we kind of wait for all of that fun stuff to kind of sort itself out. Uh, well, the only thing that these drivers will still be looking forward to is the fact that it's it's going to be a dry race. They're sick and tired of wet weather racing, and probably the lobby restart will set the conditions right for them.
Yeah, but to be very honest, I was really looking forward for a wet race at this track. It's always been one of my favorite rounds ever.
Absolutely. So much activity in the chats, people raging on people dying, but hey, folks, I know it's just a game, yes, but even that aside, you've got another chance. So relax, take a deep breath, and probably kill them the second time around. If you have a chance of revenge.
Wait, so considering the fact that it's a lobby restart, do you think the people who DNF'd in the first half of the race before the safety car, do you think they'll be allowed again?
They should ideally be. It
Okay.
would. That's just typically how it's done, fairness. I say, wipe the slate clean and start fresh.
Yeah.
That's what I am assuming. But then again, with our current tier 2 coordinators, anything is possible. We could have a reverse grid race for all I know.
No, I was on my way back home whilst I was driving. I had the stream back up, and I was just trying to keep up with the qualifying session. But
Mhm.
eventually, after the first restart, I was like, okay, I'm just giving up on it.
It's odd, it's just so much life in tier 2 that you really can't help but fall in love with just the carnage that ensues with all that vigor and enthusiasm that these guys bring into the race week in week out during the season. And these collisions are just their way of saying, yeah, I'm here, get used to it, don't boss me around, I'm here to win as well, I'm in it for the fight.
Yeah, definitely. Tier
uh,
2 races are really exhilarating. That's one thing for sure.
yep, getting a grid sorted slowly and steadily, and I'm just taking it as an opportunity to calm myself down and getting ready to go at it all over again. Yeah, so I have to wait and see how the grid sorts itself out this time around.
Well, come to think of it, Faizan gets another chance this time in the race session. Like, come to think of it, he had a pretty tough weekend last week, and he eventually lost out on a lot of points, and he DNF'd in the first half of the stream as well. So
Hmm.
he might get another chance at a few points when the session restarts.
Yeah, we will definitely be thanking his lucky stars that he's got another chance. But I'll tell you who's not going to be too impressed with this evil
Deepak
dog.
Raj. Oh, Evil Duck, of course. He was leading the
Yeah,
way, wasn't he?
he was so happy that he was in clean air in the start. I was like, shit, here we go again situation for him. But I'm sure he will definitely take it as a challenge to do it again. You did once, can you do it again? Is the main question to be asked.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be a tough time for Deepak Raj as well to digest the whole thing that there's a new restart.
Yeah, I mean, he got away so cleanly, like as if he was Moses or something. He started out all the way back and just breezed, just glided his way through the field, and he just got himself into P7 or P8 in hard tires, mind you,
Yeah,
hard tires that can just take it and go a long way. So he was in a brilliant position there at the end of the first and second lap.
yeah.
I am skeptical whether he's got it in him to do that all over again. But if he does, man, I can tell
I
you
mean, he's
right
in
now,
tier two.
he's going
Come
to be the
on.
driver of the day. Oh,
But definitely, I definitely think the restart will be another whole new shebang, another whole new event to watch, witness.
well, knowing our tier 2 folks, they never disappoint. So,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a good chance that that's going to happen again. We got light cloud as the weather setup. I guess the grid's kind of been sorted. So we will be jumping into it very, very soon.
Tell me, how's the day, Kapil?
Man, that's an interesting question. My sleep schedule's so screwed up. I slept at 7 in the morning. I woke up
Oh,
at
sucks.
2 and I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. What about you? You said you had work on a Sunday. What's up with that?
Yeah, the thing is, I had this presentation due tomorrow, and I had a few folks to catch up with on the same presentation thingy.
You
And essentially, I had to go to the work, attend a few meeting calls immediately. They were kind of emergency, so yeah.
F, but I'm sure it's needed. It's part of the job. Would you
Yeah, it's
probably
part of the
preferred
job.
it to have a work at home kind of situation, or you're like, no, office is better?
It's I'd rather prefer the office. I have this comfort zone at home. I just can't get out of it. So
Yeah, fair point, fair point. Okay, looks like our boys are ready up. Uh, let's get ready to get into the
I
action
hope
once
Cody's
more.
don't crash the game.
Codies, Codies. Oh, no, they're not ready.
Okay.
A little premature, but you know what? Let's just look at this lovely sight. All of the lovely 20 drivers on the grid as they kind of boil over. I can already see the tier 2 group chat on Discord blowing up with all sorts of disgusting moves being thrown out and also slurs.
Oh,
Just, just,
Jesus.
just, just, just your run of the mill conversations before a race.
Mm,
But in terms of the championship, I actually just want to have a look at it again and see how things are shaping because a little bit of a change. We've got RB still out on top, obviously, and Alfa Romeo kind of 70 points adrift. But Mercedes, I don't know. The constructors kind of like really spread out. Any close battles that you see?
Probably Cryptid and Evil Dog. That's the only possible interesting fight that I actually sense of as of now.
Yeah. And Chicken on pole, he's definitely looking to be another Mr. Saturday. He's down in P9 in the championship. He's holding it steady, not too much trouble there, not causing too much trouble. But yeah, Cryptid and Evil Dog is now the hot battle in Tier 2. Would definitely be interested to see how it kind of pans out. Looks like Evil Dog, if he Touchwood gets another good start, he should have a flying session. But yeah, looks like our boys are reading up and we can jump back into it. What's the weather situation right now? Let's have a look.
There's no updates yet, but
Yeah, he'll come in. He'll come up in just a sec.
is Faizan the lobby host?
I believe so, yeah. I believe it could be the case.
Okay.
So the weather's kind of been set. Yeah, sorry, we won't see it now. We'll see it after the formation lab gets underway. Shivam getting a lifeboat there. He did ready up little early, not too early, but a little early. We don't want him to do that again. So, Shivam, if you're listening, take it easy, man. Let the coordinators do their thing. Oh, this time it's Abhi. Fantastic. Nirmal right at it, like the popo, trying to get back and chase the cop, bad guy. probably might have noticed, and already filing his report for a big fat 2 penalty point. Let's see if coordinators have done a right job. Okay, we got formation lap again. Whew. Full grade, full grade. Talk us through the entire lineup. FT.
So, yeah, same as before. P1 Chicken, P2 Evil Dog, P3 RB Ferrero, followed by Cryptid, Sip Kulkarni, Death Hunter, Akash, Onish Banger, Sky Pumpkin, Rambo, Monk,
Ah,
followed
boy.
by Flying Farzan, Thermo, Abhi, Washing Padanima, Crazy Joe, Harry Rocks, Electrip, Shivam Sharda, and our very own Deepak Raj.
Do you see something wrong in the list there? I'm gonna give you some time to figure it out.
Something wrong?
Something's wrong. Yes.
I didn't see anything wrong. What's wrong?
I got a disqualification, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be announced soon after the race. But it looks like only 19 drivers are gonna be evaluated in this Grand Prix. Because Haas number 1, Akash, will be starting on the medium tires, while he clearly qualified on the softs, and that, my friends, is a straight up disqualification.
That is a nasty move from Akash. He shouldn't have done something as such.
I don't know if it's on purpose or if it's a mistake, but rest assured, he's out of here. He's only thing he can do is kind of mess up the race for everyone else, but he is not going to get any sort of grievance counseling for that action, and he's going to be right to the bottom of the pile. Unfortunate, really unfortunate for him. Been a good performance there. Finally, a decent position for a Haas driver in Tier 2, and kind of thrown it away before the race even started. Alright then, here we go again. All the drivers are in. Time for the Brazilian Grand Prix here in IRC. Lights out, and away we go. We've got the same nonsensical glitch again. We've got Cryptid trying to go down the inside. Evil Dog is going down the inside of Chicken. We've got Sid Kulkarni doing the very same thing again, losing out a few positions. Ferrari is really having a great start at the beginning of this race. We got a lot of action, sideways motion at the back end of the field, but as it stands, we've got Cryptid now fighting against Abi Ferrello side by side. Who's going to get the move? We're going to wait and watch the same thing kind of happening there behind with Death Hunter and Manish Banger. Fantastic start for them. Abi Ferrello losing a position once again. Oh, he's been tapped. He's made a mess of that position. And Death Hunter simply could not understand what just happened and got self-destructed in the process. Now he's right in the middle of the track. That's a very dangerous re-entry, but the ghosting doing its job there. But he's going to be dropping all the way back to the bottom of the field. But a lot cleaner start, must be said, this time around. We've got Manish Banger, who's already just made a complete mess of it. He's going to be diving down the inside. Woo! That was a close one. Definitely got out there lucky and stopping a little too early. Both the Ferraris are going to be double stacking, losing a lot more time in the process.
Come to think of it, Electric has had the best restart ever today. He shot up from P19 to P8.
Oh, so the McLaren boys, the old McLaren boy this time, taking the scraps this time, onto the reins this time, flying at a P8 from all the way back from the bottom of the field. We've got a lot of close action. We've got 5 cars who have pitted at the end of lap 1. How is the situation looking out in front? This time around, Evil Dog is not able to get past Chicken, but I may be calling it a little early. It's still very, very early doors, very close. How does he have DRS? Oh, it's the end of lap 3. Wow. Time flies, huh? Doesn't it? The Evil Dog starts the first lap with a 1:10.260. Looks like definitely there is a mistake on the timing sheets. Now it's lap 3, and now he actually does have DRS. What's going on in the system? I do not know. But Cryptid is kind of just bolted. Avi Ferrando just, I don't know if does he have damage?
No, it doesn't. I don't think so.
I don't think so as well. But Sid Kulkarni, Faizan, all fighting it out nicely. His teammate getting a 3-second penalty as a result of it, but good, clean battle so far. Back in the back of all of this, got a couple of trains slowly forming. Oh, what an interesting line there from Irma. An opportunity to try to get close there, but little did he know that that door is definitely going to be slamming shut. Wilkut Conley really getting close to the back of Faizan right now, getting a much cleaner exit. Kind of did have a bit of a matchup in the last few laps with Death Hunter kind of also self-disrupting. Now Sid Kulkarni will go around the outside. Will he get the move done? Get out of the grass, and no, he does not. He flies out of the circuit and have to take the escape route and loses 1. Will it be 2 positions? Yes, it will be. That's really unfortunate for him.
But that does mean Electric goes P6.
Oh boy, there is something fishy here. Evil Dog has made a mistake and he's kind of dropped down to P4. That's really unfortunate there.
But his pace is still holding up. Looks like he's trying to close in the gap. And
he's got the pace. He will definitely get closer slowly, but steadily he will. That's the kind of man he is. Definitely don't count him out of the mix just yet.
I saw his performance last weekend. I was really amazed by how fast he is.
Irma dives down the inside just before the corner, and what looks like Thermo just got caught out and also tried to make a move and made a mess of it. Now looks like Sid Kulkarni is back in front of his teammate, kind of showing who's boss. But Nirma, with that fantastic move, gets the move done well in the last corner itself and moves up into P9. Great stuff. Oh boy, looks like we've got a new leader in the Grand Prix. I don't know what I'm looking at here, but the top 4 super close. Chicken's made a little bit of a mistake, and now Cryptid is the new race leader.
It looks like it's a close battle up front in top 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Absolutely, it is so much to see here. Abi just inches away from the likes of Chicken, keeping it clean. But what's really hurting Abi right now is it looks like he has more pace, but simply unable to kind of find a way through. We've got this lovely DRS, long DRS home straight coming our way. Evil Dog just sitting steady. A lot of DRS usage from the entire pack here. Cryptid just over a second in front right now. Not gonna be helping Chickens or RB's cause here, but it looks like RB's sending it, using some DRS. Gonna go side by side into the turn 3. Will he get the move? Yes, he does. What a move! Moving up into P2. Oh, that's a warning there for Evil Dog. But RB now finally getting some free air. Well, not free-ish, cleanish air to kind of go ahead and get back onto the back of Cryptid. Just give me a second. Sorry about that.
God bless you.
Alright, so Chicken Don't know what's going on with him, but he is not moving.
It's like
He's
he is.
it's kind of like
Does he
he's
have enough PLS?
got a little bit still, but as if he's kind of either bogged down by damage or simply doesn't have an answer here. But oh, back out there, Electrip and Faizan kind of battling it out for P5. These two have been keeping it clean so far. As a result, kind of moved up a lot of positions. Electrip by far and so far been the biggest gainer from the pack like we saw earlier. So great to see that he's there. But we've got a 4-man DRS for P5, and this is also a great battle to watch. Oh, a little bit of a late break there by looks to be Sid Kulkarni, who's really close to Electrip. I'm actually very interested to see how all of this would kind of fare out in the coming corners. But moving up ahead, we've got Cryptid, who is unable to get away from RB. RB just making a slight mistake there, but luckily gets the DRS and will hold on to that for dear life.
No, that's the thing about watching Arbello drive his Red Bull. You rarely see him
Oh,
make
Sid
it.
Kulkarni is sending it. Sorry, I had to cut you off there. We will definitely get back to a bit of RB, but Sid is not taking any prisoners right now. He is just chomping at any opportunity he gets. Man on a mission to get back into the leading pack, and he's moved up into P6. You were saying?
That's pretty much it. The fact that RB Ferrero makes really less mistakes, and he is a perfectionist when it comes on to having this clean racing lines and being a great driver in general.
Yeah, could not agree with you more there. Just all the makings of a true champion. That's one of the reasons. Oh, having said that, kind of pressurizes Cryptid into making a mistake. They're going wide into the final corner. Going to be hampered. How much ERS does he have? Not a lot, and he's using a lot of it. And you can see the red light blinking. Will he send one round the outside? Evil Doc in the behind the fray of things. RB going really deep. Going to have a very bad corner exit. Both of these fighting really hard. And now Evil Doc has entered the chat. Will he slot through? Between the pair of them, going to go down the inside of one. Will he get the other one as well? Breaks. Oh, inches away. Evil Dog getting the better of RB and moves back into P2. Man on a mission. Great racing from the leading pack.
I've got to tell you, that thing put a wide smile on my face.
Absolutely. This is Tier 2, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most hot and contending set of drivers here at IRC. Alright,
I'm
so
gonna tell you,
yeah,
Electric has fell down the pack, and I think what happened to him last weekend is what will happen to him this weekend as well. Considering the fact that he's kind of a returning driver, he isn't very up to with the track limits, and he often ends up getting a lot of time penalties.
well, regardless of the
think he'll be
penalties,
up trouble
he's
this
got
time.
the pace. He's Sid Kulkarni trying as hard as he may, using a lot of ERS, sends one down the inside, but Sid Kulkarni thinks about sticking it out on the outside, but concedes the position, moves down. A great little battle here for P6. Electric is now back behind Faizan. Cool stuff, cool beans indeed. Oh, we've got a sector 2 offing. That would be Deepak Raj, man. Unfortunate, really unfortunate for him. He had dream start. I want to shout this out onto the stream. A dream start in the first race around, but this time simply nothing, and it's just kind of blown out like a puff of smoke, unfortunately.
Isn't it really sad to see something as such happen?
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. Life is definitely unfair. Shivam now, a debutant. Shivam 787. I'm gonna add a little B there just to kind of make things a little cleaner. But a decent start for him. He did start out in P18 if I'm not mistaken, and moved up into P13, kept it clean. So good showing from him. Now he's kind of deploying everything that he's got, trying to get in touching distance to Scary Pumpkin, but Scary Pumpkin kind of goes a little defensive. Will he make a move down the inside? Thinks about it, but good to see that he has not just sent one down the inside, all guns blazing. It's a long race with just 1/3, not even 1/3 into it. So it's good to see a little bit of good logic being used by a lovely drivers on track.
But I've got to tell you, Shivam Shahadad, as great of a debut he might not have today, he has a really great choice of lines when it comes to racing.
We'll have to see, if that comes to fruition. But so far, he's got good pace. I mean, he's keeping up with a soft driver. Oh, looks like Scripted's kind of been caught napping in the process. DRS used by Evil Dog, and finally gets back in the lead. Evil Dog with a little more of a fight this time around from his contenders, but still gets the same result. He's critically low on ERS, and so is the rest of the pack as well. But RB right now is the one in the hot seat. He's got a lot more ERS to play around with, and I'm really interested to see, when he actually puts down the pedal to the metal and make a move on these two. But as it stands, calm, collected, and just biding his time as the laps slowly progress. This is a stage where the tires will slowly start dropping off. Nirma has pitted, come out just behind Monk. A little unfortunate there, but let's actually see how quickly or what kind of tire life that this man can bring into the pits. It's actually a very early pit stop when you look at it. Don't know if he had a damage, definitely would look to be the case here, kind of forcing him to go on a 2-stop right now. Little unfortunate for his standings, but hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. But as you stated about the fact that Evil Doc is in a mission, he is indeed a man on a mission. He already is back up in the P1 position, and I think when the pit stops start rolling in, strategy will come to play, and it'll surely be a sight to see.
For sure. Shivam has made his way past Scary Pumpkin. We have been napping, ladies and gentlemen, and we missed out a great overtake. Not sure if it was a mistake or not, but yeah, Shiva moves up into P11, and Harry Rocks is in P11 on this, so he is the top running medium driver in the field right now. So great to see.
Can we have time penalties?
Just a moment to sink. Cryptid trying for a switchback move and failing in the process. A nice strategy, but the execution was a little lacking there. I hope he hasn't got damage as a result of it. But oh man, look at that defense. Look at the stance that Evil Doc has. And you know what? I am an iron wall. You are not getting by me, friend. We've got Harry Rocks. I believe that's Harry Rocks. No, that is not. That is Akash, who's kind of spun out in the middle sector, raising the grass just to, move out of the way from the rest of the pack. But not a great race from him for sure. Started out in P7 and dropped down to P19 because of all those issues. And now he's stone cold last. Yes, he's going to be disqualified regardless, but this is not what you want to see, especially when you're out in the front. Now, looks like RB Ferrello is going to be launching his attack. He's got 60% ERS and 30%. Oh, he's been squeezed wide using one tire on the grass. Cryptid using that as a very cheeky little move. Now, looks like Evil Doc and Cryptid, the top two, have boxed this lap, and they're at the end of lap 15. And this is going to be a very interesting battle to see who comes out on the top. Oh, looks like a little longer stop for Cryptid, and Cryptid has put on. No, wait, it's the other way around. We've got Evil Doc on hard tires who's just come out behind Shivam. No, wait. I'm a little confused. So Harry Rocks, my bad.
Yeah.
And Cryptid though on the set of mediums. Now this is critical time for Cryptid. He's got a slow moving Alfa Romeo in front who's going to be heating up his tires and slowly getting into the temperature range. This is where Cryptid has to make his mark. This is when he has to get in front of that car and get into the net race lead. Will Abifarello dive into the pits this time? He's using all of it. He's going to be flying in. No, he does not. He does not react to the cars. He's going to be going on for one lap more. An interesting strategy, what do you think?
It looks like he's trying to extend his life and go for that +1 pit strat when it comes down to the street strategies.
Well,
He might
this
as well
is
get the profit out of it though.
yeah, but the matter of fact. Oh wait, we've got a spinning. Believe that is Scary Pumpkin. Yeah, a Racing Point who spun out. He did that in the formation lap last time around and is doing it all over again in the race. Practice makes perfect, people. He did it once in formation lap just to make sure. All right, back to the action. We've got Evil Doc. Really he's taking the move. He's made the move on Harry Rocks, who's a bit of P3. But more critically, he's got a car in between him and Cryptid. But Cryptid saying, absolutely effing not. You are not getting away from me, son. And quickly disposes of Harry Rocks to get back in, get behind Evil Doc as soon as possible.
Come to think of it, Arby Ferrero and Chicken, they both have to dive into the pits right now. It's right about time they do go into the. As we talk about it, they do go to the pits. What do you think? They'll be coming out on hards or mediums?
It's definitely going to come out on the mediums. They're extending the life of those softs, worn out softs, if I may add. You know, by the end of lap 15, you're definitely losing a lot of time. So what we'll really be seeing right now is whether these two will come out. You can see Abi slowly coming out in the distance. You can see him come out, but he's got to be well and truly behind of Cryptid as he comes out of the pit, and will have to settle for P3 right now. What's the advantage? He's going to have little fresher tires, and he has a good amount of ERS more, and he's just around a second behind this leading pack. Now the good thing is that Evil Doc, I don't know how he's done it, but he has done it, has stayed in the lead on those hard compound tires. Now this is push territory for both Cryptid and Abifarello. They need to get in front of him, or as the race progresses, that car is going to get slowly faster than these two guys.
I'm gonna give it to Arby Ferrero and to be keeping it clean so far, and I sense a possible fight between the two of them for the lead position, whilst Evil Doc is just chilling. Ah, come on! Right when I think about them trying to fight, Cryptid is making a move on Evil Doc, but Evil Doc just comes in and says like, "Nope, the door's shut. Not today, my friend," and he pulls off at this defensive line whilst trying to keep it clean.
A brilliant defensive drive from Evil Doc right now. I have to say he did learn from me from my drive yesterday, but fantastic to see that he's keeping it out. He's got good amount of ERS, little lesser than Cryptid for sure, because he is kind of pushing the air and does not have DRS out in front, but great positioning of his car, just right as it matters. So we've got a spun out Ferrari, I believe that is Death Hunt is going really slow there. Not sure if he was the one who caused the incident, but just taking a small little pause there, probably to focus on a little bit of the other battles out on track. Tomo a little bit closer. He's come out on the medium tires, having walked so late. Interesting why he would not go for the soft tires having gone for so long, but maybe he's not just comfortable on those tires.
Can we have telemetry on penalties?
One sec. Well, while I get that, can you talk about the battle that's going on right now?
Yeah, seems like oh wait, the camera angle just changed. Okay, thank you.
Chicken has made his way through Crazy Joe, moves up into P8. So as it stands, Evil Doc, the only thing that he's going to be kicking himself on is the fact that he's got a 5 second, and I believe that would be for speeding in the pit lane. Not too sure. Oh, but that is scripted, sending it face first onto the diffuser of Evil Doc, and I'm not sure if he's got damage. Can you confirm?
No, that doesn't seem like there's any damage on this car.
Okay, I'm not sure. Is the telemetry working or not?
It was working for a second and it's not working anymore.
Okay. I don't have anything worse to say on that. But let's wait and watch. So Harry Rocks still staying out there on those medium tires. He should be coming in this or the next lap. But the battle out on in the front still very hot, very feisty. Evil Doc does have that 5 seconds. Cryptid does have that 3 second. So RB right now in prime position to take yet another victory.
I'm gonna hand it to RB. He's great when it comes down to strategies and making sure he sets all of his situations to his favor.
For sure. I mean, he's got that critical thinking at the right moment. Now, as we may or may not have seen, Chicken is kind of disposing the rest of this pack. He is the latest one who's pitted and quickly made his way through Crazy Joe and Washington Bottom Man, flying away in sights of Faiza.
Yeah, it seems like Chicken is actually forming a DRS train behind him.
But look at the battle in the front. Cryptid so much closer this time around. Neither of them using a lot of ERS. They're just holding steady, but Cryptid just trying as he may. Now will Abif send one down the outside? Evil Doc holding really steady and a fantastic entry, but a horrendous exit from him, completely cutting the track. Abi now with the switchback being squeezed by Evil Doc. Will he send one on the outside? Take a right turn? No, he's trying to think of a move down the inside. Evil Doc swooping around the outside and gets moved. Keeps P2. Whoa, what a hot battle there indeed. Abi has actually done a fantastic thing not pushing for that position. He was in an awkward position. Had he died, he kind of figured out that he would be in a compromised position in leading into the next corner. And also, hey, he's just lap 21. We've got over 15 laps of the race left, and what you can see definitely is that he's got 50% ERS left, while the rest of them has 20 and 30. So this man is thinking of the long game, and this is exactly why he is out in front in the championship. As I say that, we've got another hot battle down the inside, an Albon move on Hamilton. Rambo moves up into P8, a fantastic move, opportunistic, and that's what we'd like to see. And
Yeah,
kind
seems
of
like
caught
Rambo
off
is
guard
learning
there,
from it.
caught napping. You were saying, Nidhi?
No, the fact that Rambo is actually learning a lot from his own teammate Army forever.
Yeah. For once, keeping it in a hot championship contention there. Avi Ferrello there. Oh, actually did actually make a good amount of an attempt there, expelling over 30% of his ERS in that attempt. Now he's kind of dropped down to the same standards as the pack. This is an unfortunate failed attempt from him. Not going to help his cause. Definitely not going to help his cause.
I'm pretty sure he'll actually recover all of his errors as the rest of the pack, and eventually he'll have a really feisty battle at the later stages of this race.
Yep, it's a long way to go. We'll see how he kind of fares. Deepakraj pitting again for another set of tires. What about the battle in the mid pack? Evil Doc just now saying, you know what, I don't have enough pace at this point of the race. I just need to stick with Cryptid, who's got those fresh medium tires on. And this is going to be stretched out for sure. He's actually out of DRS as well now. And this kind of opens the door to Avi Ferrello.
But essentially, I think Evil Doc will actually hold on to that position and might cause trouble for Army forever. Once we talk about it, his teammate Rambo makes a move on Crazy Joe, the well-known Williams driver in Tier 2.
Oh, what a move indeed. Sending it down the inside. Rambo on a bloody brilliant mission here. And this moves up into P7. Awesome stuff. Awesome clean driving there.
Yeah,
Well,
but seems like watching Pardon Nima is actually trying to get in the battle of Crazy Joe and Rambo, but essentially he failed it whilst Rambo did the move in turn 3. Turn 4, I guess.
yep, as we say that, looks like Evil Doc is slowly losing ground on the two of them. This is the stage in the race where all of this is happening with kind of an advantage to the medium runners. Abhi there, who was actually going to talk about Abhi unfortunately not having the cleanest of races. Starting out on soft, going on to hards, and now back onto it with the softs again. So not an ideal race for him by any means. And now he's kind of been weighed, blue flags just kind of getting in the way. I want to see how quickly he gets back because he's, as I can see, this is probably the second or third instance of that happening, and this probably will slowly get to the annoying phase with respect to hindering Abhi Farilla.
Yep, definitely that thing that you say right now is definitely true. It'll definitely hinder Arbitrarlo and Evil Doc and their fight.
But as that goes the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 109.415. Will Abhi actually get into the mix and cause some mayhem? We got some action going around all around the track. I sorry I had to kind of divert from there, but Abhi with those fresh tires kind of quickly disposing of the pair in front. But as it stands, this is no battle for P7. The two Williams trying as hard as they may. Crazy Joe is just kind of laying there, staying there with the likes of Sid Kulkarni. His teammate is kind of opening the doors for him, kind of slinging him along for the ride.
Sorry to interrupt you, but whilst we talk about Sid Kulkarni and Crazy Joe, looks like Harry Rocks has been running on softs for the past 3 laps, and he might as well be running for the long game for the last 11 laps of the race.
Yeah, that's interesting position there. He's actually got a
Yeah.
lot of ground and come out quite close to them. It'll be interesting to see how he
Definitely.
fares.
And he has quite a lot of ERS saved up, so he could actually send in an attack on Nirma and Joe if the situation is set right for him. That basically
should be
gives
an
him another
interesting
chance that,
battle.
yeah, a P10 finish, or like probably a P9 finish,
Oh, what is
giving
this?
him a few points.
He was boxed for his second
What?
stop. Yeah, he did kind of pit really early, pit in lap 12 for his first stop, so this is kind of his 2-stop strategy, if I may. So he will have probably come out behind for the new software, yeah, as you can see. So he's actually going to
Could
be
be
on.
a soft, medium, soft, yeah. It is indeed a soft, medium, soft.
Well, regardless of how it is, Shivam, our debutant, is in P11, very, very, very close to the front. We've got a yellow sector 2, and that looks to be the case of Deepak Raj. What is he doing, mate? We've got a bit of a tussle there with Scary Pumpkin there. It is a lap down on fresh soft tires, lost out of the wing, kind of beat down, broken to a pulp. This is one race he'll definitely want to forget.
Yeah, definitely. He had a really great start before
Man,
the
look at
lobbying start.
this. We've got Abhi just blocking. This is sheer blue flag conditions. Yes, he has fresher tires, but this is a position where he's just hindering Cryptid, and I can definitely see a report coming our way. He's not moving out of the way, he's just staying his ground, and this is really getting to Cryptid right now. Not getting a clean line, having to eat that dirty air as a result of this situation. Only positive here is that at the end of it, he also gets DRS. But what's the resultant of this is that he's lost so much time in the middle sector. Abi Ferrello is now going to be charging around the outside. Will he actually make the move done? Very, very close stuff. Both of these guys completely disposing Abi. And as it stands, Abi is simply not going to back down. And there's going to be a nail or thorn in this battle. Really, really pissing both of them off. And there's going to be a lot of penalties going to be hurled his way. I can almost show you that.
I reckon Abi should actually come to his senses and cool off before it's too late for him to realize about the fact that he could actually face a lot of implications of him hindering the top 3 pack.
Yep, ignoring blue flags is a very serious offense here. 2 penalty points is what we offer them for each, and looks to be that there are 2 cases here, not just for Cryptid but also for Abi Ferrello. It's going to be a double down or like a amalgamation of 2 reports. Look at that, they're going into each other. You know how distracting that is? You can't see your line, you can't concentrate, and as a result of it, yes, Cryptid gets DRS, but that's just a saving grace. But looking at the fact that Cryptid has completely drained out his ERS as a result of all that dirty air, just means that he's really, really struggling right now.
I mean, hey, what's that to lose to for Abi? He already has a 17-second gap, 18-second gap behind him. He could actually just let go of like a second or 2 and let the top runners, the top field runners go ahead. Didn't you think so?
Yeah, I mean, I think he just wants to have some fun, get to see, figure out is his pace good enough for the top runners. That's the only kind of logic that I could use, that he would want to go ahead and disrupt the fight for the lead of the damn Grand Prix. Thank you, Abi. You're lucky that nobody died here.
Stops. Why does he have to even check out about his pace? He's definitely faster than the top medium runners.
Silly stuff to do that, but
yeah.
Let's see how the stewards deal with him. Throw them on to the Hound and see how he fares there.
Definitely, he will be hit by the penalty hammer and get say a few implications on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, there is a hot battle for P4 right now. But as it stands, Electrip, who's kind of started all the way back in P20, is now in P4 of the Grand Prix. I don't know how many. Let's see how many penalties he's got. That could be a little bit.
I think
getting
6 seconds.
9 seconds.
Ah,
ideal.
Yeah, it's kind of ideal. That's literally what happened the weekend ago. The week ago. He started at P20 and ended up finishing P9. But if not for the penalties, he would have finished P6.
Yep, penalties is a bitch for sure. Well, the battle out behind, Shivam going on a hot little battle with Monk. Monk getting that move done, going up into P11. But both of these are kind of out of ERS. But the battle out in front, hot battle there. Abi Ferrello thinking of that switch back, but not getting absolute best traction in the mix of it. Now just going to stick behind Cryptid. He does not. Does he? Does not. Does he want to make a move? Uses a little bit of the ERS. Going to go around the outside. Will he make the move down? Yeah, there's a bit of action there. But yes, he does. Abi Ferrello moves up into the lead of the Grand Prix. A fantastic move to cement his authority as the World Driver Championship here in Tier 2. Having said that, next kind of action is Crazy Joe. I've gone on to the wrong camera. Crazy Joe sticking around the outside. Harry Rocks now with those fresh tires really out there with a sizable lead. But the only thing is that now it's a point where these two tires are kind of equal in respect to their tire grip and tire life. So Crazy Joe defending for his life. The recently engaged man is He's defending for his life, for his honor. But for now, keeps the position and stays P9. A amazing battle there as well.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta give it to Crazy Joe, Harry, and Arbifrel and Cryptid for the great racing we just witnessed.
Oh,
right
we've
now.
got to be. He's lost it. So much action, so much distraction. He's gone into the pits and retired at the end of it. Was it worth it at the end of all of this? I think not. But hey, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? Crazy Joe has lost it as well. What is going on? He has lost it, my dear friends. At we've got a VSC. We will see him. His wreckage very soon. There he is. I don't know if he's been pushed off by the likes of Harry Rocks, but looks to be that he's out, done and out. Really unfortunate. They're having a fantastic defensive drive against the pair, but now this is one battle that he has unfortunately lost out on. Shivam making a very interesting strategy to actually pit with 4 laps to go, kind of gifting away 2 or 3 positions as a result of it. Maybe once his fastest lap, I'm not sure. We'll actually have to wait and see. But now the VSC has ended, and opportunistic move. Cryptid actually gets the move done right even before turn 1, and sneaky little boy there got the move done very nicely. But Abi not taking any of it. He ain't not going to stand up to this bullshit, and he's actually going to go around the outside like he did once more. Will he get it? He's done it once again. What a move! Woo! That is top level driving there, sending it around the outside back into the lead of the Grand Prix. Oh boy.
Ooh, I had to gather myself. That is some great racing.
Indeed. Well, Electrip is a little bit of a sideways action there, but still sticking it with the likes of Chicken. That move was done a couple of laps ago before the VSC, but definitely not out of the picture. They've kind of got similar tire life, definitely not similar penalties, but it's good to see that he's still sticking it up there, and I'm really interested to see where he finishes, because we've got 2 more laps in a brilliant Brazilian Grand Prix. I hope everyone's kind of enjoyed everything that this is going to offer, and let's see how it kind of fares off in the last few laps of this Grand Prix. Well, it was an interesting situation that Harry was fighting quite hard with Crazy Joe. Now, what has happened in the mix of all of this is Monk has gotten ahead of Harry, and now is in clear P9. Nirma now trying as he may to get closer and closer to the back of Harry Rocks. You can see just the amount of overspeed he has. He's got 5 laps of fresher tires, but now time is running out. Time is definitely running out. He doesn't really have too many more opportunities to make a move. There was a bit of a battle going on for the last position place between Deepakrat and Death Hunter. We kind of missed that, but this is the hot battle out on track right now. But as it stands, Abi out in the lead. Cryptid definitely not out of it yet. Oh, we've got Rambo spun. No, what's happened there? He's probably just got too much of a curb, or just the overspeed that Sid Kulkarni not kind of destroyed his car. And the result of it, I'm not really sure. We will never know. But as a result of it, Sid Kulkarni moves up into P7. Really unfortunate there for him. But 2 more laps to go. This is lap 35, lap 36. This is the middle sector of the Grand Prix there. Evil Doc has re-entered the chat. This is where his tires are definitely more, has got more life. He's got 50% ERS with respect to 20 when you compare it to 20. Will he use it? This is his final push. Yes, he does. Very early. So does Scripted on this fine opportunity. Thinks better of it. You know what? Going for a second chance there. Using more and more and more. Let's see how he kind of fares, because this is the last lap of the Brazilian Grand Prix. He's in touching distance with respect to Cryptid there. Will he actually get the move done? Using so much more. Cryptid just chilling though, not using any ERS. But it looks to me that Cryptid kind of went a little too late, too hard, a little too late. I'll probably have to stick around, and his efforts may not be sufficient at the end of the race. Chicken with a fantastic race. He did start out in the top step, but dropped down a couple of positions, 13 seconds behind the rest of the group. Really fell out there, but regardless, a good recovery drive. Electrip by far and out the best drive, starting from the end of the field, move up into P5. Quite close to him, but I don't believe it will be enough. But as we cross the line, Abi Fiorello with two brilliant moves around the outside wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. Cryptid 3443 in P2. Evil Doc with that 5-second unserved penalty. Maybe he might get that removed. We will have to wait and see, because that will definitely spice things up. But as per my calculation, he will still be just behind Abi Fiorello. But an amazing race nonetheless. Chicken goes out in P4, Electrip in P5, Sirgul Karni, because of that mistake by Rambo, will happily settle for P6. Akash, who's retired at the end of the Grand Prix, a very interesting spot to find him there in the middle sector there. That is interesting. I want to see what happened there. Car just beats. Okay, but he was definitely still kind of finished there at the end of it. But what a race, people, what a race. Thermo just inches away at the end because of the penalties, kept it cleaner than Harry Rocks, but 1.5 tenths and have to settle for P12. And that has been it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been your Brazilian Grand Prix. Fine racing. Electrip deservedly the driver of the day. Great stuff from him.
Definitely great stuff. Definitely a great race weekend at IRC tonight. I'm really glad to witness something as such by Arbitrarily Cryptid in the GLOCK tonight. The sheer amount of adrenaline rush that I got from them racing is immensely grateful.
And we were just in the commentary box. Can you imagine what these guys must have been going through during the entirety of that race? Scintillating stuff. Alright, so let's slowly get our podium finishes. Ooh, very clean drive by Chicken. No warnings whatsoever. That's great to see, but cleanliness is not enough to get you the race victory there. Dear boy, I'm really sorry to say, but wow. This is what you can expect from our tier 2 boys, and they have simply knocked it out of the park with respect to the amount of action. No, I do love it to the core. It's my tier, my commentary box as always, and you can see why I hold it so closely to my heart. It's just a raw adrenaline that you get from all that action, unparalleled here in IRC.
I totally vouch with your statement. We saw a lot of heartbreaks tonight and a lot of wholesome moments, and I'm really grateful for Tier 2 for giving something such an experience to me.
Yep, and let's see if our boys are in. Just having a little look at this, and now I think we can move on to the podium celebration. Okay, let's see who's out on track. In the com box, who are the victories here? We've got Abi Fiorello. I'm just going to be dragging him in.
Okay.
Who else?
Drag Electric as well, maybe.
Electric, why not? Next would be
Electric just left.
Doc. And I can't find Cryptid.
Cryptid isn't sitting in IRC.
Okay. Hey, ho, folks! How was your race, ladies and gentlemen? We got Electrip, Evil Dog, and Abi Ferrello in the com box. Electrip, we actually want to start with you. Amazing drive all the way from P20 to P5. Walk us through your race, mate. You with us?
I think he's muted.
Okay. F in chat. Take it away with the podium interviews, please.
He's back. Yeah.
Electrip, yes.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty decent. I mean it's pretty good, but I just try to keep it clean. Try to keep it clean. That's all. I didn't have any. I actually screwed up my strategy. My strategy was supposed to be mediums to soft, but I accidentally picked the soft tires. But yeah, it was a pretty decent race for me, I would say.
Mate, you just pulled off a P20 to P5 race. Do you think it's decent? It's great, lady.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Well, hearty congratulations to
Thank
you
you.
and a great race tonight. What do you think about Arby Ferrello's? Oh wait, Arby Ferrello's in the chat?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. What's the take on tonight's race, Arby Ferrello? Walk us through it.
I don't know, man. So I planned it for one stop, and everyone else went for it. But it was a great battle for all the whole 36 laps between me, Cryptid, and Evil Dog. But for some reason, Evil Dog opted for hards. So I think he lost out there after the pit. But then later, me and Cryptid, it was just to and fro every lap, and it won.
Barbie, I've got to give it to you. The amount of adrenaline rush I got from seeing you make those moves on Cryptid and Evil Dog, it was just so satisfying and wholesome.
Yeah, thank you. And also, it was like cleanest race ever.
Yes, it was indeed.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, definitely a great side for the solos. Evil Dog, what's your take on the whole stream strategy and the whole shebang that happened today?
Maybe up to an extent, I could say I got robbed because of the lobby. Maybe. Yeah,
I was actually rooting for you throughout the race with Kapil in the com box.
yeah, I like me and Chicken had an incident in T2. If you saw that one. So after that, I had to make up the lost time.
But do you think going on hards was a bad choice, a bad decision?
Yeah, like in the end, I thought like mediums should have worked. I never thought like mediums might have extended based on yesterday's race. So that's why I'm in for the hards. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, you could actually learn from the mistakes. I think this is a great learning curve for you.
Yep, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, P3 is thing like so. I'll take that any day.
Definitely a great result from you in this week. Congratulations, both of you boys. Cryptid, what's your take on the whole race?
Such a tiring race, man. Like, RB was always keeping me on toes every lap. The ERS was playing a big role. And the lowest amount of DRS I have ever gotten in a race. And still, like, I kept it. Yeah.
I think you were helped by the lap McLaren as well.
Yeah, the lap car, that Abhi, I think. Yeah, he was continuously giving me DRS, and I was like, nice. But I was missing my every breaking point because of him.
Yeah, well, I was at one point. I was like, "Why are we trying to mess up the race for the top three runners?" But at the same time, you're getting free DRS from him constantly.
I think it was Mercedes engine versus Honda, so some kind of team up.
Well, that's a great race. Congratulations, Cryptid. Congratulations, Arby. Congratulations, Evil Dog.
Yeah, thank you.
Whew, that was an insane one. Alright, thank you drivers for an amazing race. And thank you folks all for watching. We've got 2 more rounds left in the F1 season. Singapore is up next. And we're going to finish off at the Temple of Speed. So do tune in next week to see how our drivers fare in the streets of Marina Bay. But until then, stay safe.